What's up, you guys? It's NNG Basis Simba 94. Today I'm going to be ranking all 21 Treyarch Zombies maps. With Black Ops 4 coming up soon, we're going to have a bunch of new zombies, so I want to give my rankings of the first 21 maps so far. My opinion is going to be a lot different from a good chunk of the community, but that's what's great about this community is we all have a difference of opinions. But to get started, I'm going to go ahead and start with 21 and go all the way to 1. If you guys enjoy the video, give it a like, subscribe. If you guys have any comments on what you think I should do for this channel, go ahead and drop a comment. But in the meantime, enjoy. Okay, to start this list off is going to be the worst spot, which is, to me, Shadows of Evil. I don't like going into beast mode to get any of the power sources turned on. I don't like the rituals to unlock Pack-a-Punch. I don't like the little, meatballs. I don't like any of that. Coming in next is going to be Die Rise, which I wasn't really around for during that part of Black Ops 2. I don't think the Soliquifier is that good of a wonder weapon. It's just, to me, not that fun of a map. You can fall off the map so easy, yet Treyarch trolls us with PhD Flopper in one of those elevator shaft ways. It's just not fun to me. Coming in next is going to be Zetsubou no Shima. I'm okay with Zetsubou on, multiplayer, but solo, it's just too big of a map, not easy to get around. I don't like the thrashers. To me, it's just not fun to plant seeds and wait for them to grow. I don't like the KT4. I just don't see this map as that fun for me to play solo, so I honestly don't play it solo, ever. And it's just not fun to me. It's too hard to get around. I don't like the labs. Coming in next is going to be Moon. I've not liked Moon since it first came out in Black Ops 1. I don't like the gravity. I don't like the astronaut. I don't like the Nova crawlers. The only thing I enjoy is doing Area 51 challenges, even more so with Zombie Chronicles, with being able to use Gobblegums to stay on Area 51 as long as possible. I just don't find Moon to be that fun of a map for me to spend time playing. Coming in next is going to be the most fan-hated map, which is Transit. I'm okay with Transit sometimes. It can be fun, but the fog is terrible, the lava is terrible, waiting on that stupid bus can be terrible, but most importantly, those denizens are horrible when they just jump on you and just rip at your face until you die. I hate the denizens, and I'm so glad they were never brought back for another map. Coming in next is going to be Ascension. I don't really have too many issues with Ascension other than the monkeys that steal your perks. It's just not fun for me, but this is one of those maps where I don't love it, I don't hate it, but I don't find myself ever really playing it and getting any real enjoyment out of it. Mainly because of those monkeys. I don't like having to fight to keep my perks. That's just one of those things I don't like doing. I want to just enjoy playing my game of zombies. But other than that, Ascension's it's on a cool location. I love the lunar landers. It's just those monkeys kill it for me. Coming in next is going to be 5. 5, I loved it when it first came out. Now I've grown to not be so fond of it. I hate the Pentagon Thief. I hate the Winter's Howl. There's just not too much about the map I enjoy nowadays, other than getting to play as JFK, Richard Nixon, Fidel Castro. Other than that, I could care less to play 5 nowadays. I'm excited for Classified whenever it comes out, but other than that, I'm just not a fan of 5 anymore. I don't like the elevator system. I don't like the lab. I don't like anything about going and playing on 5 nowadays. It's just not fun to me. Coming in next is going to be Nuketown. Now, Nuketown is either hit or miss for me. I don't like having the random perk spawns, but other than that, I really, really enjoy, training in the greenhouse's backyard. I find a lot of enjoyment out of that. But other than that, the perk spawns is what kills it for most people. I don't really have that much of an issue with the perk spawns. It's just having to wait for Jug in the few games where you don't get Jug till 25. Other than that, it's not that bad of a map. It's fun to play with the Ray Gun Mark II and the Galil. It's a fun map. I enjoyed Nuketown in multiplayer. I enjoyed it in Zombies. It's fun. I just don't like the random perk spawns. Coming up next is going to be Shangri-La. I've grown a fondness of Shangri-La over the years. I didn't really enjoy it whenever Black Ops 1 came out, but through Zombies Chronicles, I've grown to enjoy it. I like being able to just step on a pedestal to unlock Pack-a-Punch for a few moments, to walk up those stairs and upgrade my weapons. I love the Baby Maker, getting to turn zombies into babies and just punching them away like they're just little tiny jelly beans. I find enjoyment in that. I enjoy the Napalm Zombies and the Shriekers. I think they're good little boss zombies. I enjoy the monkeys that change your drops from anything to just making them random perks or insta-kills or max ammos or anything you might need. It makes for a fun time in my opinion. I like the mine carts. I like the geysers that shoot you up to get from different points of the map. It's just fun in my opinion. Now, coming up next is going to be Shi No Numa. I've loved Shi No Numa since World at War. I think it's one of the most fun maps to play. I love playing in the marsh and the swampland. I love the flogger. I find myself most of the time whenever I'm playing just a random game of just high round zombies, I'll just hop on Shi No Numa on Zombies Chronicles, get a crate power with some PPSH, get some bullet boosts so I can get either dead wire or fireworks, and that's just a high round waiting to happen. Either that or even adding turn to it. I just love Shi No Numa. I think it's one of the best maps that Treyarch has ever made, even though it's such a basic map. Now, coming in next is going to be Buried. Now, Buried is one of those maps that is also hit or miss. I enjoy it because I love the theme of it being in the Old West. I also love using Leroy to get you around the map. It can be tedious at times with Leroy if you accidentally shoot him and have to go find his key. But other than that, it's a fun map to just get on and just work on different methods of how you want to train or how you want to camp. My biggest issues with it are the witches' houses because they take 2,000 of your points. I don't like the maze because it can get complicated in there, especially if you forget to get the mystery box nailed down and you end up having the box end up in there. That just makes for not a fun time. Other than that, it's a great map. I enjoy playing it solo with other people. It's fun. Coming in next for the number 10 spot is going to be Kino Der Toten, which was the first ever Zombies map, which to me has been a nostalgic map ever since it first came out. I remember just sitting at a friend's house, us camping in the notorious spot that everyone goes to camp in. I've always loved Noct. I still love Noct. I'll play Noct almost any time I play Zombies. It's a fun map. I love it even more today than I did whenever it first came out. I love just going through and living the nostalgia of it because it is a fun map even though it's the most basic of maps. It's fun to play. It's fun to just see how long you can survive and not have to worry about any kind of quests. Coming in next for the number 9 spot is going to be Revelations. I love Revelations. I love the fan service that Treyarch did for Revelations. I love that they brought the Apothecant Servant back in this because I don't enjoy Shadows of Evil, so I get to use the Apothecant Servant in Revelations, which is fun. I'm cool with the Elemental Margwas that they brought back. They make for a great boss zombie, as well as the Panzers, which, for me, this is just a great map. And yes, you have to do some ritual-esque type stuff to get Pack-a-Punch unlocked, but it's not the same as Shadows of Evil, which I'm okay with. And I love just the element of running around every different location that has been in Zombies history. It makes for a fun time for me. Now coming in the next spot is going to be Derice, or the Giant for what some people refer it to as. This is also a nostalgic map for me. I love camping up in the catwalk, which is pretty much everyone's high round strategy. This map introduced Pack-a-Punch to us. Without this map, we wouldn't have most of what we know of Zombies today because it introduced us to Pack-a-Punch. We got so many cool elements that were in this map. I remember, even though the dogs were introduced on Shi No Numa, I remember them more from Derice just because that's the map I played most of whenever World at War came out. I just love the Giant. It's one of my favorite maps to play with some of my friends. It's just a great map. Great little Easter eggs for hide and seek with Samantha. Coming in next is going to be Call of the Dead. Now, if all 21 of these maps were out whenever Black Ops 1 had released Call of the Dead, Call of the Dead would have been my favorite map of all time, simply because of the characters that you got to play as and of George Romero. Back then, I was a humongous horror movie fan, so I loved getting to play as Danny Trejo, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Wes Craven, getting to fight against George. I think the setting of this map is great. The only downsides to this map is I don't like the VR11 and I don't like the Scavenger. Other than that, I think this map is great. I honestly wish they had remastered this in Zombies Chronicles, and I hope they remaster it sometime in the future. Coming in next is what some people would consider the best, or in the top 3 best maps. That's going to be Origins. I wasn't around too much for Origins, but over the course of Zombie Chronicles, I've really found myself enjoying playing Origins. I love building a staff and just seeing how long I can last solo, just as long as I don't get stepped on by a robot. Those robots have caused me more downs than I've probably let zombies cause in this map when I first started playing it. I wasn't used to having to watch out over my head for robots to step on me, but I love this map. It's got a great Easter egg. It's got a great storyline to it. It's just all around got some of the best little side quests and locations in it. Like, I love the crazy place. It's just great. Now, coming in next is going to be Kino Der Toten, which most of my Zombies gameplay started on this map whenever Black Ops 1 came out. This map meant the world to me when this game came out. I played Kino Der Toten every day, all through my junior year of high school, and I never got old of it. I never got tired of it. I still hate the Nova Crawlers. I never understood why they were in an abandoned movie theater, but other than that, I think this map is great. I enjoy using the Thunder Gun. I enjoy all the traps. I enjoy how you get to Pack-a-Punch. I just thought this map was awesome whenever it released. I still think it's awesome. I still enjoy playing it. It's just a great map. Now, coming in at the next spot is going to be Verruckt. Now, even though this map is as basic as can be, I love it. I love that it introduced us to perks. Without this map, we wouldn't have perks. I love the setting of it being in an insane asylum. I find myself as well enjoying playing this map more than most of the other maps, just because I can just see how long I can get high round and not have to worry about any main Easter egg quests. I can just use crate power and bullet boost and just high round as much as possible. Again, using a PPSH or a Dingo, even a Ray Gun Mark II. It's just a fun map to just high round with some friends and not worry about any kind of Easter egg quests if you're not really into doing Easter eggs all the time. Coming in next is going to be Mob of the Dead. Now, this is one of the best maps Treyarch ever created. It's literally a movie in a game. As much as that's said, it's true. I love getting to use the M1927. The Blundergat's probably one of my favorite wonder weapons to use. I love the setting of it being on an Alcatraz island and you getting to go to the Golden Gate Bridge to Pack-a-Punch. I think Brutus is probably one of the best boss zombies there is. I love all the weapons of Mob of the Dead, like the Uzi, the M1927, the AK-47. They're all just great guns. I love the setting of this map. There's just nothing bad I can say about this map. Alright, coming in at number 2 is going to be Gorod Krovi. Now, Gorod Krovi is subjectively one of the best maps ever created. The Easter egg quest for this goes along with the gameplay. So you never have to really stray too far out of actually just going along with a high round to get the Easter egg quest done. I love that it's based in Stalingrad, and it's a map just based around Nikolai's story himself. Nikolai's one of my favorite characters. He has been since Black Ops 1, whenever we were getting all the funny lines about him and his 4 wives. I love the Valkyrie drones because they're different. They're kind of like a dog round, but they're stronger than the dogs, and they're more of a pain in the butt than the dogs, which makes it for a more difficult challenge, which is what I enjoy about it. Now, coming in at the number 1 spot is going to be Der Eisendrache. I love this map. I love the setting of it being in a castle. I think it is all around the greatest map Treyarch could have ever released up to this point. I love the elemental bows. Everything about this map is great. I love facing the panzers. I love the Easter egg is so fun to do in this. I find myself doing this Easter egg more than any Easter egg of Treyarch Zombies ever. I enjoy just hopping on this, getting a bow, seeing how long I can last. I enjoy just grabbing a bow and doing whatever it takes to get the Easter egg done. I think this is the best map they've released, and I honestly don't know what map I think is going to top it out of the next 4. If anything, it'll be Blood of the Dead, which I'm extremely excited for. But yes, my number 1 favorite map of all time is Der Eisendrache. And that's what my ranking of the 21 maps from Treyarch Zombies is. If you have any difference of opinions, I want you to comment it. We'll have a discussion about it. I know my opinion is going to be different than a lot of you, but I hope you guys have a great day. If you guys have any comments or want to see any other kind of videos like this in the future, just let me know. Hope you guys have a great day. Peace.